lads and lasses. Hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Satan frickin' twatan, I'm a little bit shit. Romelu frickin' Lukaku, Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba. Do you know what I mean? Frickin' Pogba, Juan Prata. Do you know what I mean? Fucking Chris Smallcock. I don't know. What a bunch of absolute melters we've got in Manchester United's team, I'm telling you. Not good enough, are they? Are they Manchester United standard? Are they really? After that performance against those melters, frickin' pretenders, Burnley. And we can't do better than that. It's an absolute atrocity, I tell you. It really is. Jose Mourinho, grow a pair of balls, mate. You know, the things with Jose, right? I love Jose, yeah? He's a nice Portuguese fellow, isn't he? He does get results. He does grind out results. But he's a complete pussy, isn't he? You know, he's a pussy. When does he freaking go for these things? Why doesn't he go for it? We're Manchester United. You know, look at the last 2 games. He should have been winning 4 fucking points dropped. He's a pussy because he's a pussy. Remember that time he had that little Barney with Arsene Wenger at the sidelines having a bit of push and shove? He pussied out then too against Wenger. Goes to show you the measure of the man, doesn't it? Fucking hell. I mean, today we were just absolutely shit. First half, I mean, we couldn't string 2 bloody passes together, you know, especially in their third, the final third of the pitch. We couldn't do jack shit against Burnley. They hit us, they surprised us a couple of times, got a couple of nice goals. Fair play to them, both avoidable, by the way. Absolutely calamitous from Manchester United. But we didn't really have an answer for them, you know. We had no sort of mobility, no interplay. Where's the lovely intricate passing in the final third? Or anywhere on the pitch for that matter. It's just like 1 or 2 passes, then we give the ball away. It's depressing to see. What is it? I mean, Jose Mourinho started Zlatan Ibrahimovic today and Lukaku on the pitch at the same time. He's basically turned us into Stoke City. He's basically turned us into Stoke. He thinks we can have this big, massive team and that's just going to win us games. We're just going to be able to bully other teams out of the game. Well, it's not like that. Look at City. Look at how they play with their intricate passing. The style of play. They don't play with that big bastard bullshit. They play nice, intricate passing football, and that's more of what we want to see at United, isn't it? Plus, it's effective. It is effective. So, you know, I'm just gutted with what we've seen today. I mean, in terms of the performances out there, I mean, we started with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, haven't we? And oh my God, he was absolutely dreadful. I mean, fair play to him. You know, he's come back early from an injury, a really bad injury. What was it? Cruciate ligament? He did something horrendous anyway. And he's back early. But my, I wish he'd just stayed on the bench for a little while longer to recuperate, because I don't think he's ready for this. 36 years of age, one of the best players in ever, quite frankly. He is. He's one of the best players ever. But at the moment, he just looks a shadow of the man, doesn't he? He looks like nowhere near the player we knew and loved last season. The only way he's going to get back to that is just recuperation, getting these games and all that sort of stuff. But for the time being, he should 100% be a super sub. There's no point starting Zlatan Ibrahimovic with Lukaku up there. I mean, I've said before, I think that would work well, but not when Zlatan is so far off the pace, he looks like a freaking newborn baby deer. I thought it was Fellaini up top for a while. I thought Fellaini got a different hairdo and was putting in a cameo performance out there. Anyway, he got subbed off at 45 minutes, rightfully so, because he was terrible. Thankfully, Jesse Lingard has saved our blushes somewhat in the second half. Still not good enough, still a shit result. 2-2 against Burnley's terrible. But let's not forget, we were down 2-0 at half-time here. So fair play to us to get ourselves back into the game and even give ourselves the opportunity to perhaps go on and nick it. You know, we were in that position come the end of the game. So, you know, fair play to him. Jesse Lingard, what a couple of good goals from him. Loving the performance from him. Everybody else, though, absolutely freaking gastastic today. Terrible. Shocking. You know, Lukaku, he did a couple of things that I thought was good. You know, there was one moment when he was on the right-hand side of the fucking pitch. Sorry, my light's just gone off in the car there. I hope the battery's not died. Shit. He's on the right-hand side of the pitch there. He's just totally mugged off a couple of Burnley defenders and put a ball into the box, which nobody was on the end of, but it was a great piece of skill. That's about the extent of all the class that I saw from Romelu Lukaku today. So he needs to sort himself out, because based on form recently, I don't know if he'd get into freaking Sheffield United's team. You know, let alone Manchester United, one of the best clubs in England. So he's got a lot of improving to do, as does Zlatan, but as I say, I'll cut him some slack, basically based on the fact that he's coming back from a long-term bad injury. Marcus Rashford, I thought he was gashed today again. He's like a freaking headless chicken. There's nobody better at getting down the byline and getting it towards the freaking white line at the end of the pitch and doing nothing with it That's basically what I took from the game from today from Marcus Rashford. He gets the ball, he runs to the freaking white line at the end of the pitch. He's like Forrest Gump, just give him the ball, he runs, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And then he just gives the ball away. Oh, it's a goal kick, is it? Nice one, Rashford. Oh, it was so frustrating out there, wasn't it? I mean, disappointing to see. Disappointed that the teams around us are doing so well. Spurs coming back, catching up us a couple of points today. You know, there's Arsenal and Liverpool, and all these teams are fighting for that second spot, effectively. You know, and we have not helped ourselves whatsoever over this festive period. Boxing Day, we got boxed around by freaking Burnley, haven't we? Burnley have mugged us off. Fair play to Burnley. They're having a great season. They are. They're flying high. Sean Dyche seems to be a very good manager, doesn't he? He's gone to Old Trafford there and got a good result. Really great result for Burnley. Unlucky not to get the win in a lot of ways. So fair play. He's Dyched us today. Sean Dyche has Dyched us. But come on. Mourinho, best manager in the world. One of the best managers in the world. Getting outdone by Sean Dyche at Old Trafford with Manchester United versus Burnley after a shithouse bunch of results from Manchester United. Just not fucking on, is it? It's just not on. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not too happy after a nice Christmas, nice chilled out Christmas, shit result the other day on the 23rd. Boxing Day has dealt the final blow, and that is a freaking draw against Burnley. Sort it out, Manchester United. The players have got to improve. They've got to show more determination, more fight, more spirit. The same old shit I've been saying every other week. They just don't look like they're giving it 110% out there. I mean, some of them do, you know. Juan Mata always gives it 110%, even if he was a bit off today. Not played in this perfect position, of course, but, you know, some of the players out there, I just think, God, their head's gone. Their freaking head's gone. Paul Pogba, son. Paul freaking Pogba. I'm so disappointed with him. He cares more about his hair than he does his performances out there, I swear. Romelu Lukaku, I mean, come on, son. 80-odd million quid we paid for you. Scoring 26 goals last season. You couldn't hit the side of a freaking barn door from 2 yards away this season, no, could ya? Oh, what a bunch of melters. So, yeah, if you're joining me now, United are basically Stoke City. We're basically having a mare, and Jose needs to sort himself out. He needs to just stop being such a Portuguese Mr. Bean negative twat and go out there and try and beat these teams that we should be beating 100%. What is it with this style of football we're playing? Why are these players not able to string 2 fucking passes together? It's like watching Roy Hodgson's England team. That's how bad it is. You know, I thought he was going to get Lukaku taking the corners in the second half. Fucking hell. So, yeah, I'm absolutely gutted about it. I want to see big improvements from United in terms of quality throughout the pitch. I think we need to improve in January, bring a couple of world-class players in. So I think if you look at the depth in the squad that we've got compared to, say, City, who is the, you know, they're the benchmark at the moment, then we are a bit behind, aren't we? We are. Especially if you take Zlatan Ibrahimovic out of it, which you might as well for the next however long period of time, because he looks like a shadow of a man. You know, so we've got a lot of catching up to do in terms of City, but I just hope that we can actually keep grinding these results out. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a good result in the end against this Burnley team. Burnley have come to Old Trafford, and in the end, we're lucky. We're fucking lucky to get a draw from the game. We're lucky that it's ended 2-2. We're lucky that Jesse Lingard's got those 2 goals in the end. We're lucky to get a fucking draw against Burnley. So that's where we're at the moment as United fans. It's very depressing, but the only way we can improve is just to keep believing, believe in Jose, you know, believe that he can turn it around. But come on, Jose, what are you doing? Let's play a bit more attacking. Let's play a bit more flair, with a bit more flair. Let's play with a bit more passion. You know, why are we playing this negative bullshit? It's like we're playing like Stoke City, like I said. We're just hoofing it, pretty much. Hoofing it, or giving it to headless chickens on the wing, and hoping they run it down. That's another thing. We didn't have enough width today, you know. Luke friggin' Ball, more like, because he was shit as well. No wonder he hasn't played at all this season. Fucking hell. Anyway, very disappointed that we've done that. There's a couple of comments coming through here. Oh, my fucking light here. Right. Jack Yowder comments and says, hurry up and sign Griezmann next month. Oh, wouldn't that be good if we could do that? That's what we need. We need to improve the side in terms of quality. Antoine Griezmann would certainly do that to us, you know. We thought Lukaku was going to be the man. I still think he's got a huge role to play for Manchester United throughout with the remainder of his career. He is one of the Premier League's best goal scorers over the last couple of seasons, but he's not doing for the business for us right now, is he? Levon Chachikan comments and says, Pogba fraud. Pogba, what an absolute pile of wank he's been. I'm sorry, but started off the season quite well. Last season, he was a £90 million turd in the centre of the park. And now recently, I'm sorry, people have been saying, oh, well, as soon as we got Paul Pogba back in the side, Manchester United are going to be performing again. We're going to be right back up there. He's the cog in the middle of the park that does everything. Well, what did he do today, apart from stink the place up? And look like an absolute knob with that shocking hairdo. What did he actually do? He didn't do anything, did he? And you've called him a fraud. I'm going to say that he may not be a fraud, but he's the next worst thing in terms of a footballer, which is just totally underwhelming and an underperformer. It's a completely disappointing return we've had on that investment so far. Maybe Sir Alex Ferguson was right to let that toss-spot go back in the day, you know? Fucking hell. No, I'm being a bit harsh. I mean, he has been one of the better performers when he has played, and in some games he looks like a world beater, but his consistency's just not there. You're looking for a world-class midfielder who's going to do it week in, week out. He's going to get a 7, an 8, even a 9 out of 10 every single week. Somebody like a Paul Scholes, somebody like a Xavi, somebody like an Iniesta, something like that, you know, somebody who very rarely lets you down. I'd rather have a Michael Carrick, somebody like that who, okay, he might not set the world alight every single week. Occasionally he will, but he'll be solid as a rock every single week and barely put a foot wrong. That's what we need at United. We need players who can perform week in, week out. It's all well and good blaming the manager, and I do to an extent because of the negative way we go about the game. But it's on the players to make shit happen out there. It's on the players to show the balls and the tenacity to not concede 2 freaking soft goals against Burnley. Oh, you know, it's on the players to improve and sort the performances out there on the pitch. Otherwise, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to make some changes around here. You know, there's only so long you can select the likes of Lukaku and him not perform. There's only so long you can select Paul Pogba, even though he cost £89 million, if he's not going to perform. You know, there's only one way. And if you look at the way we defended today, it was a shambles, you know. I was looking at the start of the season thinking, do you know what? We made a couple of decent signings here. Defensively, you know, we've got Bailly. That's a huge loss, by the way, you know, because he was pretty much our best-looking defender. And when I say best-looking, I don't mean in terms of looks. I mean, he looked the best out there on the pitch. And obviously, without him, without some of the other players that we've missed over the last couple of seasons, you know, or who've left, basically ever since we lost Vidic and Ferdinand, we've struggled at the back. And we've been crying out for world-class centre-backs, world-class players in those positions ever since then. And we've not done a very good job of filling those slots, have we? I mean, Chris Smalling, more like Chris frickin' Smallcock, as I said. Very, very poor, doesn't show enough guile out there and attitude and leadership in the defence. And I'm just very disappointed with how Manchester United have defended so far, especially this season, last few games, you know, been very disappointing. Addy Stark comments and commenters, he says, Rashford is shit. Do you know what? I think he's got a lot of potential, Rashford. I rate him very, very highly for a young man. He's only young, let's remember that. But there's only so much time you can give to these tossers for them to go out there and perform and make something happen and do something consistently week in, week out before you say, piss off, Marcus Rashford. I'm sorry, there's only so much time you can give these players. You've got to learn. You've got to improve. Look at Michael Owen, for fuck's sake. Michael Owen didn't care if he was 16, 17, 18 or 26, did he? He performed, he scored goals. He was an absolute machine in terms of goal scoring and making things happen, you know, as a very young man. If you're good enough, you're old enough. And unfortunately, Marcus Rashford at the moment, at least on a consistency-wise, is just not good enough. He's just not good enough. Muhammad Ali comments, it's cool, mate. We will do good this season. Also, I want them to win this Champions League. Yeah, well, it would be nice if we won the Champions League, wouldn't it? That would make up for the, sort of, quite frankly, gash performance we've had in the Premier League so far. And let's face it, we're still not actually doing that badly in the Premier League. It's, in terms of the Premier League, we're performing better than we have the last few seasons. We are. And realistically, if we're being honest now, all we really want is to challenge for the trophy, challenge for the Premier League title, which we're not quite doing. Or at least get top 4 and win a couple of cups, something like that. That'd be nice. So I hope we do have a good run in the Champions League. But based on how we've been doing against the likes of Burnley, and based on how we've been doing against some of the other teams that we've had bad results against this season, there's no way that we can go on a big run in the Champions League and outperform and beat the likes of Munich, the likes of Madrid, all those teams. How are we going to do that? I mean, we got lucky with our next draw, but other than that, I mean, I don't see us getting much further. I don't. We're just not good enough. We don't have a good enough mentality about us. We don't have a good enough style of play. We don't have that confidence, that belief in ourselves that we can win every game. We don't. If this was a Alex Ferguson team and we went 2-0 down to Burnley at half-time, I'm telling you what, we're coming back in that game and we're scoring 3 in that second half, although actually one result sticks out in my mind at Turf Moor where we lost 1-0 to Burnley under Sir Alex. So maybe I'm talking bullshit, but either way, we're at Old Trafford, we are Manchester United, and we shouldn't be bending over and allowing Dyche's Burnley to take us to Dyche us like that, should we? No. Oh, right. Anyway, I'm pissed off. I better get home. Thank you very much for tuning into this rant reaction video. Mohammed comments again and says, yes, mate, Jose we trust. I believe in Jose Mourinho, of course. I think he's one of the best managers in world football. If Pep Guardiola is the best manager, which at the moment I think you can't really dispute, based on his record and the way he goes about playing football with the teams he's had. Yes, he's always had the best teams and the best players and almost an unlimited budget. But still, the way that his teams play is unparalleled. They play a great style of football, attacking, skillful, loads of possession, you know, really, really good football. So if he's the best manager in the world, I think Jose's the second best manager in the world. I do. But Jose's a different type of manager. He's a defensive manager. He parks the freaking bus sometimes just to grind out results. He does. Whether you like that or not, that's what we've got. But sometimes you've got to do that. If you want to be up there challenging, if you want to win cups, especially if you want to win cups, you've got to know how to win freaking games. Oh, Gungshi comments, and he's just commented and left me 200 Taiwanese dollars. What a freaking legend! Thank you very much, Gungshi. That's cheered me up a little bit. You freaking legend, pal. Thank you very much for that. And he's just said along with it, he said, have a beer and drown your woes, mate. Thank you very much, pal. I will have a beer with that. It's Christmas. I don't give a shit. United have just lost. Time to drown the sorrows and forget about that shocking performance. But thank you very much for that. Everyone else who's tuned in right now on the channel, thank you for joining me. All 264, you absolute legends. Just a shame that United are so shit at the moment and Jose's such a negative Portuguese Mr. Bean, isn't it? It's such a shame. But do us a favour, smash me a like on this video and also get your thoughts and opinions in below. This video will be published in a few minutes after it's finished being live on YouTube, so come back. Actually, don't you know, you're all commenting here and I appreciate it. Indyberg, cheers mate, you fucking legend. That's what he said to me, by the way. I'm gonna say it right back to you, pal. So thank you very much for that. You're all legends, but obviously I can't respond to all of these right now. Come back in a few minutes once this video's been published and get your thoughts and opinions and comments in, and that way they'll stick around. I'll be able to read them, I'll reply to them, so can everybody else. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Flying Pig HD. I'm also on Facebook the same, and Instagram Mr. Flying Pig HD. Kevin Akoro says, calm down, pig. I will not calm down, Kelvin. I will not calm down because United just drew 2-2 with Burnley at Old Trafford. We've got about 400 million pounds worth of talent out on the pitch. How the fuck should I remain calm under this scenario? And we're 13 points or however many bloody points behind City. Oh, anyway, thanks for your comments. Thanks for everybody for joining. I'll see you very soon. Sort your freaking life out, Jose, you Portuguese Mr. Bean. What's with all the negativity? The players out there, grow some bloody balls, lads. You're supposed to be the best players in the league. Some of the best players in the world. Well, you're not playing like it at the moment. Paul Pogba, you're shit, pal. Lukaku, you're cack. Anyway, sort it out. Come on, United. Believe. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll see you soon. This is the Pig. Take it easy. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you soon. Fucking come on, United. Sort your lives out.